Can you tell me about the first time you met Carter?
The first time?
Yeah,
Does Lisa know this?
What's coming?
I'm excited
never
for Lisa
know.
to hear about this.
I just feel that this is not going to be
like
a normal situation.
2008, I was at a club with some friends. It was a birthday. And I met Carter. And then I slept with him that night.
What? You slept with Carter? Since you've been married?
No! Lisa, no, this was a billion years ago. This was like 2 years before I met Tom.
Oh, thank God for that. I nearly went into cardiac arrest.
It was a one-night...
So basically, you slept with Carter, you came to work at SUR, you had your accident, then you met Tom a year later.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in between this, but yes.
Okay, well, I don't want to know about any more. That's enough for me.
So many more. I had a great single life. Anyways.
What, a lot of one-night stands?
No, just very healthy.
Everybody has their old whole days back in the
Those were, yeah.
Hoe days?
Lisa, I'm sure you did too.
Well, of course, before I was
See,
married.
that's what we're talking
You
about.
were even younger than I was in
Yes,
my
but I
hoe
didn't meet
days.
somebody, sleep with them, get drunk, and never see them again.
Carter was like literally like one of my only one-night stands.
Okay, good.
Schwartz, when did you learn that once long ago Carter hooked up with Katie?
I think I had actually known that before Kristen and Carter had started dating. Because he worked at Hudson, and that was one of our favorite bars.
I was seeing Tom, and we were at the Hudson, where we used to go all the time, and Carter started working there as a server or something. And Stassi was like, oh my God, that guy's really hot. And I was like, wait, what's his name? She was like, it's Brian Carter. I was like, oh, I totally had sex with that guy. Oh my God.
Did you tell Tom at that time when he
Yes.
was behind the bar, you said, I had
Yes.
sex with that guy?
Yes.
You did?
Tom introduced me to him, and I was like, I think we've met before. And he's like, yeah, I think so. And I told Tom, I was like, I don't know how good of friends you are with this guy, but I want you to hear from me. I slept with him, and then that was it. And I don't know, I don't remember.
When you ordered a drink from Carter, did he go, hey, by the way, just want you to know I've been there and it's good?
No.
Let me give you a few pointers.
Oh, God. But yeah, that's pretty much, yeah, I just came up like casually. And then I forgot about it, and then it resurfaced once Kristen and Carter had started dating.
Did you know when you met Carter that he and Katie had a thing? I mean, it wasn't a thing.
Yeah, because I told her. So Kristen was like on Bumble. She was like, what about this guy? And I was like, oh, I know that guy. That's hot guy from Carter, and Katie had sex with him like 8 years ago. And she was like, cool, sign
I'm
me
like,
up.
great, girl code, what do I do? And
I was
Stassi
like,
was
she's
like,
not gonna
dude,
care.
she's engaged. She banged him one time, it's
She's not
fine.
gonna care. It's a one night. They had a one night stand. Who gives a shit? Yeah.
So the first time you hung out with Katie and Carter, how did that go? Was it awkward? Did you give her a warning?
No, oh, she knew, yeah. That was when we were at the turtle races, and Katie was like, of all the guys in LA. And then she like looked right at Carter, and she was like, yeah, I don't even like really remember it. He was like, yeah, me neither. she was just so dismissive of him, and it was funny.
It was just a one night stand.
Yeah.
A wasted one night stand.
It's LA.
Hi. Kristen.
Hi, Kristen.
So nice
Lisa,
to meet you
nice to
finally.
meet you. I'm going to teach today what's happening when we're emotionally triggered.
Whenever Issa visits Bo, like his friends will come over and they just have wine and talk about just, you know, anything, like relationships, any issues anyone has. So once like he brought that up to me, I was like, oh my God, like that would be so cool to do with actually like my group of friends. Because, I mean, look at us.
I was very, very skeptical of Bo's mom giving us relationship advice, but I was very impressed. She had some very great, valid points.
She explained it in the perfect way of like, that's the one thing in your mind that's responsible for like sex and being like angry and knowing the difference between like, you need to get out of this situation, but it's also like, bang, bang, choo-choo train.
I wish I was there. Would have been a great class for me.
It was great. It was very simple, like to the point. She got very, like cut to the chase. But the funny thing about it was, after getting this great wealth of knowledge, right after that, she just, it erupts into like arguing and fighting.
So,
and like,
the irony was too
I could
much.
hear the yelling from like the other room.
How was it before you got married?
Legitimately a terrible arguer.
How was it before you got married?
Go f yourself.
Exactly.
God, they're fighting in there. I don't like that.
Is that Carter and Stassi on?
I'm so happy I'm not in there.
Every single thing that Issa like had worked toward and everything, we were all like, yeah, we get it. The reptilian brain. All of a sudden it was like, just like went to shit. I told him from the get-go, you can have this conversation with Katie and Stassi if you want to. You might not like what they have to say. Do not point fingers.
You know why she comes home and we get in fights? It's because you guys are dicks to her.
He got blackout face before anyone even came over because he was so nervous because he knew he wanted to have this conversation. I walked in with this sage to try to just be like, everyone calm down. Let's all go back in here. I'm gonna lighten the mood. Obviously, I had no idea what Carter was saying.
Did you say lighten the mood?
With my
By
sage.
saging me?
May I ask one favor?
All you're
Just try
doing
not
is
to raise voices or
ripping me-
cuss and
ripping
talk.
my
No,
ass
it
up.
smells so much
I'm sorry.
No yelling in my house. No yelling in my house. No yelling
my
in my house. There's no
God.
yelling in my house.
But that's my rule.
I think that might be my favorite part of this whole entire season. I couldn't even believe what was happening. Like, I am actually being
Like, is Billy
saged
leaving
right
Kristen's
now.
house right now?
What is happening?
Did you feel cleansed afterward?
I'm not one of those sage people, so no. I'm not like a sager. Sage doesn't smell good.
I don't know if anyone's ever been to a Catholic church. It reminds me of
Maybe it's PTSD because I went to an all-girls Catholic school.
It was not sensitive to your...
It was a trigger, Kristen.
What's happening with that stupid term sheet, okay?
Well, our lawyer was out of town, so we just wanted him to like take a look. Yeah.
They kept going on and on and on about it. So, okay, I gave them the term sheet. Listen,
What's that, money?
it's terms agreement. I never wanted to do anything in writing. If you want this, then you can have it.
I thought it was just standard operating procedure. I think it is, but you know, they're old school and I respect that. But you know, just for simplicity and clarification, we wanted to have a term sheet, you know?
Smart. It's not about simplicity. It's the smart thing to do. And
I mean, look,
protecting yourself.
literally everybody I know with two legs,
I think the monkeys at the zoo.
yeah, literally everybody was like, this is the world. It's how it works.
Were you pushing Tom to get a contract?
His lawyer was pushing him to get a contract.
He was pushing himself too.
pushing-
Everyone was
Tom
pushing.
was yeah.
Tom Sandoval was like adamant about doing everything.
We were
By the
all
book.
texting about. It's like
Yeah.
we're like, how do we get a contract? What do we need to do to get them a contract?
Yeah, and for 6 months to a year, it was like they couldn't get it. She wouldn't do it, she wouldn't do it, she wouldn't do it, saying she wants a handshake and trust. And I'm like, that makes no sense to me at all. That is like, what kind of business runs like that? On a handshake?
Lisa is opening a place in Vegas with Caesar's Palace. I'm sure it's not just like a handshake.
I feel like if the roles were, I feel like she's like you guys, and Caesar's Palace is Lisa. Do you know what I'm saying? She's probably.
Of course.
You think Caesar's Palace is like, oh, don't worry about it. It's good. We'll figure it out later.
Well, that's one thing I didn't understand why it was interpreted as a sign of distrust or uneasiness about moving forward. I thought that's just very standard. Even in my very
professional.
limited experience, you get to cover your ass legally and for just for clarity and transparency.
For all parties.
What if something happens? You never know. Everyone should be protected. And just the whole thing to me,
it's very uncomfortable to watch because I wish she would just like show them more respect.
and they handle it with such grace, the Toms, and they are such good sports about it. But then I just see it, and it breaks my heart. It makes me so sad.
The term sheet is not even a legally binding agreement. It says non-legally binding. We actually don't even, at this current moment, have a contract with Ken and Lisa that's legally binding, which is...
Does that not scare you a little bit?
Yeah.
Not really.
It's pretty,
I mean...
Well,
we'll sort
if you
it
had
out.
nothing invested in it and you could walk away tomorrow, yeah, I wouldn't care. But you have money invested in this.
Yeah.
So...
We're sorting that out.
Yeah, we're figuring it out.
We got.
I don't mean to chime in. It's not my business, but if you're asking me.
It felt a bit like the mushroom treatment, feeding us shit and keeping us in the dark. That's what it felt like.
I am insolving on a girls' trip, not drinking wine. Because Rand and I made the pact that we should probably stop drinking. Really, I'm the one that needed to take the break from drinking, and like a good boyfriend at the time does, he decided to jump on board and support me by also not drinking. Then I go to Solving with the girls, and he's constantly texting and calling just to make sure that I'm still on the path of not drinking. So when I came home from Solving to find him having the best day ever, drinking, popping bottles, it was almost like it was betrayal, but also I just felt alone.
Oh, honey. What's happening? Oh, baby, I hate seeing you cry. I decided to take a break from him. Oh, you did? Oh.
Would I have reacted the way I did if I wasn't coping with my dad's death? Probably not. But I just felt so heavy about everything that seeing him party when we had made that pact was like the ultimate betrayal. I had a mega breakdown. Once I came to like a normal state of mind and regrouped and gathered my thoughts and had a very lengthy conversation with my beautiful mother, it was like, you can't ruin a relationship over something like this, you know? This is something you'll very much regret. I was just angry in that moment, but I don't think that would have been the case if I wouldn't have been so emotionally f***ed up, you know?
Well, you can't end a relationship over him drinking, but can you end a relationship over him taking away the Gucci slides?
He did feel very badly, and he took my Gucci slides, but then he gave them back to me.
He gave them back?
Yeah. That was like his little, I'm sorry, here's your shoes back.
During this hot mess of me finding him having his best time ever, I told him I was leaving. Like, I'm done with you. You don't support me. And I tried to leave. Well, Randall, as I'm getting in the car, pulls off my Gucci flip-flops, as if I can't drive without shoes. If you don't want me to go anywhere, you take my car keys and my phone, you know? But him in his drunken stupor didn't think about that. So the Gucci slides being taken from me was not like, I'm taking your Gucci slides. It was like, I don't want you to leave, but I can still drive without shoes, baby.
After Beau's mom had that relationship conversation with you?
Oh, and Carter and
That's
Oh, I
right.
had my tonsils out, so I wasn't there.
Your wisdom teeth.
Or wisdom teeth.
Tonsils or wisdom teeth?
I had my wisdom teeth cut out, remember?
Yeah, but why are you confused? Why do you think they were your tonsils?
Because
she's
they're around the
adorable, I
same
just
thing.
forgot.
Oh, you've had them taken out as well?
No, but they're just around that area.
They have nothing to do with each other.
Tomatoes, tomato tonsils.
Whatever. What was that I was doing?
I mean, are you sure you had your breasts done?
Well,
yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Jax took good care of you during
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
After your tonsillectomy.
Yeah, he took very good care of me. He was doing everything he could.
Yes,
Bringing me
make up
ice
for
cream.
when he wasn't being as attentive with your boobs.
Yeah, he did. He was making up for it all.
Well, he wasn't attentive when he had your boobs done?
Well, I mean, he like was, but then he would have to like leave and go do stuff. And
I booby sat.
Hi.
Hi. I would get up and give you a hug. I'll give you like, I can't lift my arms above a certain degree. He got boobies.
My proud father.
Like, I would come and like hang out with her because Jax had to leave to go do something unimportant, you know? But like this time around, like he was like, I'm gonna be here, whatever you need. Like, I brought her like ice cream and flowers as a gesture, but he had already had the freezer stocked with like more than what you could have wanted. And I was like, okay, I'll take these home. But
He's a
no, he didn't want to leave her side.
Is this the new Jax? Like,
I think that, I don't know, now he just kind of like caters to me.
He anticipates your needs.
Yeah, exactly. Like he like will do anything for me now. I feel bad saying that.
Don't
but it's
feel
the
bad,
truth.
that's
like,
great.
No matter what I do or where I'm at or anything, he will make an effort to make sure that I'm okay.
Hell yeah.
And it's a huge change in him. Like it really is.
I think it's important to me that no matter what happens in our future, you know, we should just make sure that we have enough bedrooms, you know. I would at some point want to have kids, whether it's adopt or whatever.
forever and ever, we're talking about Ariana having kids forever and ever.
I feel so bad for her right now. It's like, you know that people only ask you because you don't want to.
I've literally said everything under the sun that I can possibly think of to get people to shut the f up and stop asking me about it, to the point where I've considered just being like, yeah, I changed my mind.
I want to have kids.
Yeah. Just to get them to shut the f up.
You really?
I've also said that anyone who asks me about it, I will get up and literally walk away.
She said that on the way here too.
Well, Tom said that he's gonna have a, there was one breakthrough moment, and I think it was different than all the other times that happened, right?
Ariana, listen, it's something I want so badly. If you don't want to be involved, I will take care of the child. But if you do, that's great. How much you want to be involved, or if you want to be involved at all, or if you even want to be involved with me at that point. So it'll be on you, if that even happens.
Tom, I feel like this is like so progressive of us.
What was different about that was so less irritating than all the other millions of times
Because
that people
it's
ask you about it?
genuine and it's not based in some sort of like weird rule or expectation. There's a freedom of choice there. There's no like, you have to do this, you have to do this. It's like, you don't have to do anything. The level of insults that I get on a daily basis from strangers about this makes me even more angry to have to talk about it. And it's like, no matter what I say, here it comes, like, Tom, I hope Tom finds someone better, you deserve better, you're not a real woman. Like, you have no idea the things that people say to me because I don't want to have a child. Like,
Why do you
it's
think
ridiculous.
they get so bent out of shape about this idea?
Because they're miserable and they want other people to be miserable too, and they can't wrap their heads around the fact that their lives are so limited that someone else might want to do something differently than the way they do it. My happily ever after doesn't necessarily look like everyone else's, and that's fine. That's kind of just like how life is, and I don't know why I'm some sort of villain because I want to live my life the way I want to live it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Convo over.
I don't want kids anymore. That was inspiring. You and Randall started dating. How long did it take for you guys to get serious?
I let him hit it the first night and we were inseparable. The first night we banged, I got a car the next day. He was like, do you want a Range Rover? I was like, yeah.
Is your vagina just like made of sparkles?
I like to think of my cookie, instead of being made of sparkles, made of diamonds. 6-carat diamonds. Yeah.
Why 6 carat?
Because that's what I got on my finger. So, and I love this, so why wouldn't I love it down there?
Did y'all know this? So she told me this on camera. She was like, the night after Randall and I hooked up for the first time, he gave me a Range Rover the next day. And I was like, the f***? I like literally like not even gotten a flower after I had sex with somebody like the next day. Like, what is going on?
Like an iced coffee.
Dude, that's impressive. I don't know what she's doing, but she needs to teach me.
It's crazy too to see like the other girls, you know, bonding with Lala now that she's like taking them to little trips to Vegas and everything. Like now Katie's like besties with Lala, and it wasn't that long ago that Katie was calling Lala out on, you know, being a gold digger, basically.
You've been throwing rocks. But like, for what, because I call you like a whore? Like, well, I mean, call it as I see it.
Obviously, I don't know if she would be like marrying him if he didn't have a ton of money. She's very like flashy with the presents that she gets from Randall and taking trips on her PJ with friends, and you know, she's saying like it's my PJ, but it's obviously not your PJ, it's Randall's.
Hi, it's Jax from Vanderpump Rules. Wait, what's after that part? Finish the episode, subscribe, watch more. Hi, it's Jax from Vanderpump Rules. Click here to subscribe, and click here to watch more videos of Vanderpump Rules.